hunting, dude. Where do-
Yeah, I was thinking hunting and fishing, something like that.
Definitely didn't see that. All right, so podcast number 3. Well, next time, Poe and Will are on at the same time. We'll answer the last comments on working on. Yo, there's like maybe 12.
Let me check, bro.
Jake, we'll do it next time. I've been telling people to go check it out. So we got 2 new.
I just want to read them real quick. Y'all can keep talking.
There's two new people out here. So we got
Weston Brown.
or Garl, and we got.
Jacob Gorley.
That's right. So, first things first. What are y'all doing after high school?
I'm going to go to Wilkes Community College and get my degree in poultry science.
What's poultry? For those that don't know, yeah, we got some Indian viewers out here.
Chickens.
450 views.
Oh yeah.
What?
y'all like this, so we're gonna keep making them.
Really good
What? 450 views? No way, bro. That's like 450 people sitting in front of us.
I know,
That's
dude.
what I was saying. What?
All right, Jacob. What you want to do for after high school?
I want to go into a fab shop and weld for a little bit, and then I want to go rig weld. I don't know if I want to go like TIG weld in like a power plant or somewhere, or just go on the pipeline.
Sweet man. That's man. I mean, it's a competition
I like
for
this.
sure.
I like that.
I know.
I like this.
There's a lot of competition. Like if you y'all watched the last one, there's a bunch of people going into it. A bunch of people don't know what they're doing, and I'm here to say that like a bunch of us AC kids, we're on it when it comes to knowing what we want to do after high school.
And I seen y'all was talking about the old titanium welder, and I told Parker I got one as well, and I just bought the plasma cutter too.
They're good though.
They're
They're the best bang for your buck. I don't care what nobody says.
And it's a good practice welder, and you can always weld on people's stuff.
Did you see? Hold on. There's a guy on TikTok. He forgot to strap his in and fell in the mud, and it still worked.
He was using one.
Yeah, and he still used it. So titanium, if you want to sponsor us, that'd be great. That'd be freaking awesome.
Sweet. I would even take that like the snap-on stuff they got, like the Icon. You know what I'm talking about?
Bro, I would take
That stuff's
anything
good.
they give me. If they gave me a pack of zip ties,
That's right.
every month.
But
Yeah. Well, I'm in I mean, I might as well bring this up. I'm in the welding class with
I was a
Poe. I'm in the welding class with Poe and Will, so we have a good time in there. That's,
Oh yeah,
that's-
we be getting into some stuff in that world class. Half the time we don't even be. No, we got this guy. His name's David Phillip, bro. He is so funny. We don't even, we learn stuff in there for sure, but we get a lot of time to have fun also.
Yeah.
It's really I love that class.
Yeah, we joke off and we give him a lot of crap. Mess around, sorry. And we give him a lot of crap, for sure. I mean, I know he if he ever runs across this podcast, it would be a very funny day in class.
He would make us watch us. He would make us watch it.
Yeah,
If we
yeah.
told him he was mentioned, he would watch it.
But he is a pretty cool teacher, I think.
there's a lot of good teachers, but that's also like a really good thing. If you ain't got a good teacher, you ain't gonna learn anything, honestly.
The best thing you can have in this world is a teacher that can actually teach you. You can't just sit in front of a classroom and expect to learn. You got to get your hands on and actually do it.
That's right.
I feel like definitely with some of the teachers I've had in the past, I feel like I ain't learned nothing because I just sit there and I'm like, what are you talking about? I can't even stand to listen to you. And every time I try, it's just nothing. It's just blah 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 blah. I swear, that's half the reason I've been close to failing classes before. I've never failed one, but I've been close.
For sure.
Walker. All right. Well, so if you can't tell, Parker's camoed up. We got our camo upstairs. What are we about to do, fellas?
Don't be flaming me in the comments.
We're gonna be killing some coyotes tonight.
Hopefully, we'll drop a picture and a video or so. If we do,
don't, we'll all have a picture of us on a thumbs down.
yeah, we'll get it here at the end. But so we're gonna try to knock that out. So since we were on the hunting topic, what's y'all's craziest hunting story? We'll just pass it down.
You're gonna have to get back to me on that. I gotta think on that. I got a lot of.
I think. Okay.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. We'll just go down the line.
I was on the Brushy Mountain, right? I was hunting Brushy Mountain, and we have a feeder up there that was hanging from a tree out of a 50-gallon barrel of corn. It was for deer, and we had this old wooden stand that had been in the trees for like 40 years. So it's pretty rinky. It's kind of it's a little sketch. Like it's definitely like that thing can fall apart at a moment's notice. But anyways, I'm up there, me and my dad. I was younger, and there's a bear that comes over the mountain, and we're watching it walk in, and it comes up to that feeder, and it tears the feeder off its like line, and just eats all the corn that's sitting there. Swear, the bear just rips it out of the tree, and starts chowing down, bro. It was pretty wild to watch as a kid. I was like, oh.
All right, so I think me and Weston, I'm gonna tell this for Weston, but this is my experience.
It's right up there. It's right up there.
It is one of probably the funniest things I've ever experienced in my life.
Yeah.
So this is already a bad mix. Can I say names? Can I?
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So it was me, Caleb Patterson, Bryce Childers, and Mason Sharp and Weston, all out on opening day of Dove.
Oh.
So we get out there and we didn't really see. Did we see much in that first field? Yeah.
So we went to one of Bryce's fields first. It was like a pasture, and he seen some doves there the day before. So we set up and we shot a few, but we could never find them in the thick, tall grass. But anyway, go ahead.
So it wasn't cut. That's what I'm getting at.
You can say it. I'll just blur it. I'll take it out.
No, I won't say the
Jeremy
name.
snitched on me in the first podcast, and I ain't even gonna say what happened. But like, you can hear me be like, "Cut that out," and he did not cut it out.
My bad. It was a late night.
All right. I just won't say a name. Okay.
Weston's gonna punch you in the mouth.
So
bro.
no. This was just our experience. I'm not gonna say a name.
They already know who we're talking
No.
about just by me making this
All right,
reaction.
just go on.
All right. So I mean, it's good. It's good enough for the podcast.
No, it's not.
So we were sitting in this patch. We were sitting in this patch of woods, and we seen that we were hunting right by these that they had like in their like pasture or whatever, or in their pen, their horse pen or whatever. I don't know if you know anything about that. Like people do that for a reason, or
For what?
like they had in their horse like pen or whatever. I don't know why.
I couldn't tell you that. Could you ask them? Like, why people would put geese in the horse pen, or the horse pen?
Mainly for eggs, I guess.
That's
Keep
fair.
eggs or
That's
keep
fair.
them flying
Okay.
off.
Okay. So mind you, this guy asked us when we pulled in, he said, "What are y'all hunting for?" And we specifically told him dove. So to cut the story down, we was all kind of sitting in the blind on the same side, and we seen these two fly over us, and
It's opening
Oh,
day.
opening day of Gibson, and we were legal. So to say the least,
Was open. I had a stamp. Still have a federal stamp, but
So you shot it legally?
I shot it legally.
yes,
It's just his.
but so
We don't know for 100% that it was. We don't know for 100% that it was his, because if it was his, we think it would be in the cages. We think it was two randoms that just flew over.
It was not too random. As if it was two.
It's a 50-50 shot.
That's fair.
it really is 50-50 shot. But so to say the least, we blew this of this guy.
It
But
was all
wait,
control.
How did you get confused with
They
the
did.
dove?
No.
Literally, they were like,
No, we knew it was a geese. We knew it was a goose.
Oh, okay.
And I had my stamp. I got it on my phone. You can buy it on your phone. But when it came out, I said, I'm gonna shoot that. Yep, it's legal. Opening day. It was two. Plural. Okay.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
But
Yapper, Mickey, yapping.
but we all it came back over. and we all contributed. It wasn't just a one-man show. Everybody let off rounds. All right, it was like Vietnam over there. That poor dude probably didn't know what the world was going on. I mean,
battlefield.
and we just all started blasting at that goose, and it eventually went down, and yeah, we got a goose.
Did you eat it?
Yes.
How was there
Well-
anything left?
I think I mean we had what chokes did we have on? Oh, did we all have?
I had a modified,
I think I had a modified.
and it was probably about 60 or 70 yards away.
Yeah, so we really just peppered him, but he
Peppered him.
yeah. So that's the story I got. That's kind of hectic story, but
I mean, that's a story for sure.
it was so funny because that we seriously thought that Amish guy was calling the warden or something on us. So yeah, that's my story.
We was hunting in Allegheny one time. Oh wait, was it Allegheny? What? It was a county that borders with Virginia, right?
Mhm.
And Paul, y'all just met. His eyesight ain't what it used to be. Let's just say that. And it was muzzleloader, but he was using a crossbow. And he shot it. He shot a about one that size. He was getting his money worth. It was the last day of the lease, and he shot it, and it had good blood, and we tracked it for 3 miles until the blood just stopped, but it stopped in front of a pond. I don't know if you've heard about this. Stopped in front of a pond, and we're just sitting there like, what do we do? And it's like midday. He shot it in the morning, so we go to the other. We're going around seeing if we could find anything, if we missed anything. We go up to the other side of the pond, and sure enough, that thing has ran 4 miles into Virginia. And it died like on a rock, like it snapped its front legs on a rock and just sat there and died. So that was probably my craziest. It doesn't sound like I'm probably saying it pretty calm, but oh yeah, we got it. And I don't know, that was a crazy day. It was definitely worth the lease though at the store.
So my craziest hunting experience, it really isn't mine, but 4 years ago or 3 years ago, back in 2021, me and my dad had been scouting this one spot, and there was a pretty decent 8-pointer on camera. And Dad already killed one that year, so I was gonna go kill it. And I had baited that spot, put cameras out, tracked or timed him, and just watched him daily and patterned him. And I put food plots out, cameras, stands everywhere at all my spots. And then one day I was going to go hunt that spot where that big 8-pointer was. And my brother comes home and he says, "Where are you going?" I said, "I'm going hunting at the spot where that 8-pointer's at." He said, "No, you're not." He said, "I ain't been hunting all year, and I'm going there." And keep in mind, he hadn't put out no corn, planted no food plots, put up no cameras. He's just going off of what we have done. Mm-hmm. And I said, okay, but the deer hadn't daylighted yet. So I was like, he probably ain't going to get it. I get a call about 2 hours later, and he took my camo, so I couldn't even go hunting that afternoon.
Oh my god, y'all fit the same?
We did at the time.
Oh.
Not now. Then I get a call about 2 hours later from my mom, and she said, "Garrett just killed a huge 8-point." I'm like, holy crap. So we found it. He brought it back, and it was a 118-inch 8-pointer, which at the time is and still is the biggest 8-pointer killed in our family, the biggest deer killed in our family.
And it was yours.
So I was not very happy, to say the least.
Do you have a
And
picture of it?
I don't. It was on my old phone, and I lost it.
Oh, I was gonna say we
It
put
was very big. But he gut shotted it on the first shot. He it was very big, very huge. It was the biggest deer I quite frankly have ever seen. But he gut shotted it the first time. They shot it again and it dropped. So we took it to a spot. Dad's got a friend we can go hang deer at, and we were gutting it there. And while he was gutting it, he threw up because of the smell. He threw up while he was gutting his deer, and he has never lived that day down. And I'm still, quite frankly, pretty mad at him, but still love him. Still love my brother. But yeah, it's my craziest hunting story.
That sucks, man. Especially after all that. But me, Poe, and Will, we was talking about our worst injuries last episode. Now, if you don't know, old Garl here, he's got some experiences. Me and Fudd Jr. We like to rope, so we'll just start from there. Heal. We like to heal. We're healers. Looking for a header. If you wanna go to PRCA events, call me.
Were you watching me?
No.
You didn't see that?
No.
I thought that's what you was laughing at. Me and Jacob said over your camera. I'm going like this, looking at the camera.
So
I'm
as
not gonna see that.
so as Jeremiah mentioned, me and him both like to heal. Back in my youth, I used to heal.
Heal what?
Heal steers, which for those who don't know what a steer is, it's a cow without testicles. Okay. So on February 26, 2019, I was in 6th grade. I was practicing, and my grandfather had died on Sunday, and I was roping that Tuesday. And that Tuesday, I was roping. I came around the corner. I caught the steer, and I went to dally. And for those of you who don't know what dallying is, there's a saddle horn on your saddle, and you wrap the rope around the saddle horn to stop the time. And when I did that, my thumb got caught between the saddle horn and the rope, and I'll show it to the camera. My thumb popped. My thumb got cut off by the rope. So I was wearing a glove to help protect from rope burn, and I saw blood coming down my hand. I said, that can't be good. So I took off my glove, and I looked down, and my thumb's gone. I'm screaming. Poe's over here twerking, and I'm screaming. My thumb, and Mom just looks up, and she's screaming. And I hop off the horse, and me and Dad jump the fence, and we go like 80 or 90 down Interstate 77 to get to hospital. We had our hazards on, and Mom caught the horses and pin them up. And I got there that night, and I said, "Can you reattach it?" Because we brought the thumb with us.
I didn't know you brought the thumb.
Yeah, we brought it. It was in the glove, so we brought it with us.
Can I say the fact that I've actually never heard this full story
Oh, really?
till now? Yeah. So
And
Oh,
so
and he was a youngin' too.
yeah, I was 11 years old,
He was good for his age
and so
when he was.
they come and they tell us they can't reattach it because there's not a blood vessel. So I don't know what the heck that means. I don't know how that's
Did you keep
possible.
it?
No, I should have I didn't want to at the time, but looking back, I
Man,
really wish
Man,
I
that'd
should have.
make a cool keychain.
I would have kept it in a mason jar. I would-
Could you imagine Joel had like his old hand like just mantled on the top of that'd be sick, dude. Huh? Skull mount Joel's old hand. We need to get Joel on here so bad, but we'll get him on here.
But anyway, and so then once they told me they couldn't reattach it, they gave me some medicine, stuff like that, Vicodin, and some terrible stuff that messes you up.
What's that?
So like a week later, I had a dentist appointment, and I went to go I took some Vicodin for the pain because it's still hurting pretty hard. Bless you, and excuse you. And I went to go run upstairs after I took it to grab my glasses because I still wore glasses at the time. That was
I need a picture of that.
and not with the deer, not with the deer.
Yeah, I'll do that, man.
And when I got to the top of the stairs, I about passed out. It'll mess you up. But they said they didn't want to do surgery on my thumb because they was so young that it could like regrow skin around it on its own. And we checked after like 6 months, it didn't work. So we got surgery on it. The best sleep I've ever had. It'll knock you out. And whenever I left from the hospital after the surgery, they left my IV in my arm. And I didn't know they were supposed to take that out because I was still loopy. And we come out, and we're about halfway home, and Mom looks back, check on me, and she sees they left the IV in my arm, so we turn back around and take it out. But yeah, that's my thumb story. Should I go into
All right, hang on,
detail?
let's alternate. You've had the mic for a little bit long. What about you, Gorley?
I can't really think of like a crazy time where I've like, I mean, I've never broken a bone.
Really?
Yeah, I've never broken a bone.
That means the Angels watching over.
What? I know. I mean, I could probably tell. I wish I was gonna take a picture because I had figured this question was gonna come up. So I was
We already talked about mine.
Yeah, we did.
I was riding one day at my Uncle Scott's farm or whatever, and I don't know how I did not get hurt because I would have to show y'all. I have to send you a picture and let you show everybody like my four wheeler. The whole frame is bent in the front. Like there's like the bumper bar. I was flying through the woods like just riding because I was always wide open. I still am, and I probably hit a tree going, I don't know, like through the woods. It was probably like 20 miles an hour. I mean 25 miles an hour, and that's fast. But the thing was when I hit the tree, it threw me and I didn't hit anything. I just rolled and landed. So I got very lucky. And I mean, the guy that was in front of me, he like seen it and he like ran over there thinking I was like dead because the way I landed. Like I landed on my head, but somehow I just rolled. That's all I did. So
Did you have a helmet?
yeah, I had a helmet on and a chest plate or whatever. I could probably tell my dad's story because that's a pretty crazy one about how he broke his leg in 13 places.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So, mind you, this is on Valentine's Day. My dad was going down to my Uncle Scott's property to burn some brush, and he had a Kawasaki, I don't know what it is, a utility, but it has a recall on the four-wheeler for the belt. You know how most belts they have like a Kevlar thing in them, and Kevlar doesn't break. That's what you make bulletproof vest out of and everything.
It's a lining to hold it together.
Yeah. So actually, I wanted to go with him this day, and I think if I would have went with him that day, I probably would not be here right now. Like that's one of those things where I think really somebody was watching over me. So he was going down to my Uncle Scott's, and you know where Elk Shoals is at.
Yes.
So you turn, huh? Cooper Smith. So you know how you turn onto there and you go past the gravel pile and you go down that straight stretch, and in that curve right there, he was going to turn. Well, he was probably going like, 50 miles, 60 mile an hour down the highway. I mean, wide open. Mm-hmm. Well, when he did, his belt snapped, but it like locked up the four wheeler. So, but that Kevlar belt held. So when it did, it did like a stoppie all the way down the road and threw him, and threw my dog too. My dog survived, but he had a cage on the back that my dog would ride on, and when he did, it like landed on his leg right there and just broke it into 13 places and broke both his ribs, broke his shoulder, and he had 2 surgeries, and yeah, I mean my dad's broken pretty much every bone, I think. So that's one of those stories. It's like insane.
That's like one of the things like you can't help it happen, you know.
No, you can't.
It's just I mean, but this next story is.
Oh, is it back to me?
Yeah.
Oh. So
Transition.
we're gonna skip Poe.
Well, Poe's already been.
Oh, Poe, yeah, Poe. So
That means they have to go back and watch the last one.
So yeah, go back and watch the last one for Poe's story. But so, like Jeremiah said earlier, I am accident prone to say the least. I flipped a 4-wheeler 2 times on me, broken or fractured my collarbone or growth plate, whatever it was. But this next story, takes back 2 years ago. It's coming up on the anniversary here in
Oh, really?
what's today? What's today? It's 21st.
22nd, isn't it?
I thought it was 20. Yes, 22nd. So in 8 days, it'll be the anniversary. So on November 28th, in that year, I was taking place in a Christmas play at the church, and I had some raccoon traps out, and I go check them just to make sure I hadn't caught anything, and check them every 24 hours. It's legal law in North Carolina, and so I come out, check them, nothing in my traps. I come home and I check them with a .22 pistol, and
Put them down.
to kill them, yes, or unalive them. So
We can't get demonetized.
yeah. So whenever I'm coming in the house and we have somebody that comes in and cleans the house once every 2 weeks, Jackie. Yep, Jackie Roseman, yes. And she comes in and cleans the house every 2 weeks. So Mom was saying, clean up your room, make sure you pick up dirty clothes.
So bad. My mama is so bad for that. I love her to death, but why are we cleaning for the cleaner lady? I've never, ever, ever understood. I don't want to look bad. They're a cleaner lady. They've seen everything. Let them do their job, because there's been times where I forgot, genuinely forgot. I've never purposely lifted a mess for her to clean it, but I would forget 2 or 3 cups, and my bed would be disgusting, and I'd have some dirty clothes on the floor, right? I'd come in there after she came in, everything be spick and span, and I'm like, see, cleaning lady, she's cleaning. Yeah, I guess we do make their job easier, which, okay, and I know I'm sounding very, yeah, because I'm like, well, the cleaning lady don't even, why do I gotta do it? Exactly. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, my mama harps on me so bad. If I forget to clean my room one time in a whole year, it's like a hellfire coming. I mean,
Carry on.
you the same way?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
So-
Like, what are we doing here?
So
What's the point?
I had the pistol up in my room, and so I was gonna go take it down in the basement, put it in the safe. But I was gonna be running late for the Christmas play, and I had to bring down some dirty clothes so I could wash them. And I didn't want to make 2 trips. I was being lazy, and I always keep 1 bullet out of the cylinder in the .22 pistol to make it more safer. That way, if I do accidentally goes off, that it doesn't fire a bullet. Well, it wasn't on that cylinder, and I was trying to move it around to that cylinder. I tried to remember what cylinder it was, and I thought I had it on the right cylinder, but I didn't get the hammer all the way uncocked. And I was going to go put it in my pocket, which I never put the pistol in my pocket. I've put it in my pocket maybe 1 or 2 times in my life. And it was a single shot, so for those you don't know, you have to manually cock the hammer for it to shoot. And anyway,
Sorry.
I was going to go put it in my pocket, and the hammer got cocked back fully because it got caught in my sweatshirt pocket, and my finger.
Practicing being Doc Holliday.
I was not practicing being Doc Holliday. I'll bet you. But so.
That's exactly what happened.
So I was putting it in my pocket. My fingertip got on the edge of the trigger.
Oh, yeah.
And when it went off, and I shot myself in my leg.
Oh, it went off.
It went off. And keep in mind, I was in the house upstairs. So it went off, and I'm just standing there. I'm shocked at what just happened. So I look down at my leg, make sure I didn't hit myself, and I see a little black hole about the center of my leg. And it's steaming, and I just see blood starting to spread down my leg. And I'm in my nice jeans, so I'm not very happy about that either. So Mom shouts up there, "What was that?" Because she was on the phone, and we have hardwood floors in the house, and when you drop something on hardwood floors, it's just very loud. So she thought I just dropped something. She wouldn't in a million years thought I would ever shot myself. And keep in mind, disclaimer: I'm not suicidal. Disclaimer. But I say, well, that was a gunshot. Well, she didn't hear that part. So I'm running downstairs, and my leg's still able to move. So I run downstairs, and she sees the blood like running down my leg, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, I'll call you back." And we got a payphone. We got a payphone, like an old payphone in our house. She was on that, so she hung that up, picked it back up, called 911, and went through the call, went through the motion. No, it's one of those just little. You don't even have to put quarters into it. It's just made that way. But she called 911, explained what happened. And my dad and brother are not home. My brother's deer hunting. And my dad, he was out checking cows, I think. And so, meanwhile, it's deer season. So we got a good amount of guns around the house.
Pull it out.
We got a good amount of guns around the house, as Jeremy's going to demonstrate me calling 911 here.
Wait, no, you pick it up.
Oh, he's taking forever. I'm dead now.
Hello.
Any-
A lot of them used to just.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, so, and Garrett's getting ready to go buy a car, so he's got some cash out on the table. Pretty good amount of cash. So if the cops would have showed up, it would have looking like a drug deal gone wrong. So Dad and Garrett stay behind, or Dad stays behind and cleans up everything, makes sure, nothing's strode out around the house. And we hop in Garrett's Ford Focus at the time and go down the interstate. And I'm like about to pass out, but on the way there, I'm laughing my head off. I'm like, I'm gonna get made fun of at school for this. And sure enough, I did.
We ain't never letting this down.
And we get to Iredell Fire and Rescue, and they're examining me, and my leg is stuck in like a 90-degree position. I can't move it, and they're like, because it shot the muscle, and it just was locked up, and they check me out, and they're looking for an exit hole, and they say they can't find an exit hole. I'm like, that thing had to go through me. I'm like point blank to my leg here. So I reach down and I find it. And for those of you that don't know, what it felt like is what a hot dog looks like whenever you cook it too long on the grill, like the ends explode. That's what it looked like, and that's what it felt like.
Was it hollow point?
No, it wasn't a hollow point. It'd be everywhere in my leg if it was a hollow point. But
On 22?
Even still, bro. It's
Yeah.
shattered out.
yeah, and we go to Winston, and they check me out, and I go home, and I skipped first block, obviously, but I had 2 absences in Spanish, and I was gonna be danged if I was gonna take that Spanish exam. So I went to school the very next day,
I remember that.
and I wanted to wear jeans and boots to school. It's what I always wear, and quite frankly, I think I would have looked normal other than hobbling around the school. But no, Mom made me go in sweatpants.
You can't blame her.
Sweatpants.
Everybody asked you, how are you in sweatpants?
No, Jeremiah found out about it, so everybody heard about it. Because I got a text from Jeremiah as soon as I got home. Hey, buddy, saw what happened, or heard what happened. Hope you get to feeling better soon. Got a text from him. I got a text from Haley. Got a text from Isabella. Got a text from Caleb. I got a text from a bunch of people.
I'll never forget how much I laughed that night.
Yeah.
Like
Screw
another
you.
Harley situation.
Yeah. Disclaimer: I'm not the only one at the high school that's ever done
Well,
this.
we'll get him on.
Not surprising. We're in Alexander County.
Yeah.
We'll get another guy on.
So anyway, so I go to school next day. And so everybody that told them my accident, Gave no context. When they said it, they said, "Oh, he shot himself." They're thinking I went up and so when I walk into school the next day, they're surprised to see me. And quite frankly, I can't blame them without no context. And in fourth block, Luke Barnes told Reese Buff that what happened, and he again gave no context. So I get in there, and she's like screaming and crying because she thought and I said no, I did not do that, as you can see. But yeah, it was an adventure to say the least.
Oh, we got more guests. Yeah. Woo! Come on, who are you?
I'm Johnny.
Johnny, what you doing after high school?
Probably nothing.
All right, we're talking about we're on injuries right now. What was your worst injury?
Probably when I broke my ankle.
What happened?
I slipped in the 6th grade in mud and I broke my ankle.
Oh, wow. You know, Will, but it's just pull around, I guess, fill in the cracks.
I got another story. I just remembered one about me getting hurt.
Carry on.
So, we were sitting down at a fire one time,
I'm so sorry.
and this guy had a bottle rocket like loaded up, ready to shoot it, and he shot me like right in the face with a bottle rocket, and I mean, it really like people think when a bottle it like bounced off my face and like went the other way somehow, but everybody says when you get shot by a bottle rocket, like you're supposed to be dead. So
we need to talk about Bryce's.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about that. And another time, I mean, this ain't really a bad one, but I know Parker's has happened to him. Have you ever cut yourself with a grinder? Have you did it yet? You have?
That hurts.
Well, I think we all. I mean, I think.
Bad.
Well, I just caught my finger, but it went down to the bone. I was beveling a piece of metal with a cutting grinding disc, and I was holding it with my hand. And when I was holding it with my hand, it like kicked out and like hit my hand, and it cut it pretty good. It cut it down to the bone, but
What y'all been talking about? How long you been going for?
how long have we been going for? Still got a few in me. Like
Yeah, we got a lot.
I got a few in me.
Word.
Word. What? How'd you cut yourself?
I was using the grinder, and it was shaping up my rear sprocket, trying to get it dull back on top, because you know how they get like too pointy, and then your chain starts to fall off all the time. So I was beveling it out, and it came and just skimmed across my thing. It looked like it wasn't bad, but it was bleeding enough, but it wasn't near as bad as yours too.
Yeah. Parker, you want to tell that story? What? We're talking about how we got cut by grinder.
Your grinder at GL.
I can tell mine. Yeah.
Because I told mine and.
I could show it. Yeah, I was using a grinder at GL Wilson Construction Company, and I was cutting these little like mountain plates for the covers on the stone cutter, right? So I'm having to use the grinder upside down because I can't get it in there any other way. And so when I got it up in there, it kicks back into my leg and cuts my leg open. But I'm like, well, I'm all right. But then I look down at my pants and I see I got a cut, and I'm like, I don't think I'm all right. I think I might need some stitches. So I have some stitches in right above my knee right here. 10 stitches, 1 main and 9 regular. That's what it took. It was pretty deep too. It's like an inch and a half, 2 inches deep.
That's how mine was. Mine was like to the bone.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I swear I could see muscle tendons. All right, who's next? Johnny gotta talk. Johnny's gotta talk.
I can't talk yet.
Introduce him.
I already introduced.
He's already been introduced. This is the guy that I broke my arm at.
Yep.
That was
Amazing time.
that was a fun time. Beyblades, right?
Yeah. Beyblade's on top. Best,
Beyblades
best
on
kid's
top.
toy. Still a man toy.
Yeah, I just got yeah.
Yes, this is the podcast. That we're throwing trash around. What's going on, guys? Welcome back. What voice? I don't know which voice. Are you serious right now? We're on a podcast. We made it here. My first episode being on here, actually.
We have 500 viewers right now.
500 viewers? No way. Somebody else can talk. I don't know how to do this stuff.
All right, crazy hunting story. We already went through.
Crazy hunting story was when me and Jeremy were hunting this place we call the Black Box, and we may or may not have been spying on a family for about 4 hours, locked in, bullet loaded. I mean, just kidding. That's fake. Well, maybe a little, but we did spy on them for a very long time.
There wasn't a bullet in the chamber.
Yeah, no bullet in the chamber. We're not dangerous. But yeah, that's kind of it. I don't know. That's probably the craziest one.
Yeah, your turn.
I went hunting with my grandpa one time, and actually it was like this cow. It's our neighbor's cow, and it's a big old cow. And it got on the loose, and it's been tearing through fences and everything. We had a lot of fences back then before we tore them all down. But me and my grandpa went out with a 30-30. I had a 243, and he had a 30-30, and we went out in the went out in the woods, and we got down in this like valley, like this bit way back in the holler. We got down in this valley, and all of a sudden, like it's pitch black out, and you know it's already scary hunting when it's pitch black out. Like you're in a stand or something, you're in a stand, you get down. That's what I'm saying. It was like walking out, but we're going in when you would walk out. Do we get this cow? Dude, when I tell you, we heard 10 different coyotes. It's kind of ironic. Heard 10 different coyotes from like, I think it's like 180 degree like people yeah. Well, not that's 360. I'm like 8. Yeah. But I'm just saying one. Well, I'm just saying 180. That's like right here.
Okay, I was saying that.
All right. I mean, God.
This guy, bro.
This guy. But yeah, we were 180, and all you hear is howling. I mean, anything scares you when you're like not scares you, but like it gets you get your hair on the back of the neck to stand up. You got 10 coyotes.
You ever heard of bobcat scream?
Oh.
Yeah, that's even worse. Bobcat scream. But
Have y'all ever killed one?
yeah, I ran over a bobcat. I've never killed one like with a gun.
And then it started hollering at me like that. Well, I was dumb. I was young. I didn't know.
I would have blasted it.
But that happened, and then we never got to kill the cow. Then a couple nights later, my grandpa went out there and he shot it, and we buried it. But we didn't like bury it properly, and it bloated up, and it like had this like 3-foot bulge in the dirt. You could see it. It was on like an old dirt road back there. Yeah, have you ever seen them whales explode?
Yeah.
Like they cut them up, like they'd be like cut up. Boom.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
We got no drip.
New drip. Dude, that's like my black hat.
Really, Joe.
You need to pop up the freaking Sasquatch image.
This is Chris Stapleton.
It's Chris Stapleton. B Stapleton. It's B Stapleton. It's B Stapleton. Guys, it's B Stapleton right here. All right.
Did y'all say y'all was gonna talk about music last time?
Yeah,
On the last podcast.
have you already talked about like career paths and stuff?
Yeah.
I mean, we.
Okay,
we
okay,
know
okay.
We're
what
not mentioning the last one yet. We're gonna save it for the next one.
Okay, okay.
The comments.
But the music though, yeah, let's go from this end to that end on music. Parker, go ahead.
Me and Will, Jeremy kinda. We all have you don't got it all though. Me and Will like mess with everything. Like me and him just connect on another level when it comes to our music. I don't know even trying to be rude here, but like this guy has my music taste down to a T. Yeah, literally. This dude be showing me stuff all the time. I'm like, that's good. This guy, he knows his music.
The plug for music.
But I mean, my music taste. I can listen to everything, but I'm not gonna love everything. I'm gonna like some things, and I'm gonna love others.
Can we talk about the common factor though?
What do you mean? Yeah, me, Will, and Jeremy all love Avett Brothers.
Tell them about when me and you figured out that
Was
we had
that the
the
band you
same
showed me
music taste.
in second block?
What happened?
Yeah, they're good.
Here, Will's got a good story for this one.
Okay, so me and Parker, this is how me and Parker met. I mean, we met before, but like officially became friends. We were in ag class.
Never got close.
Scotty Cooks, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like we're acquaintances.
Yeah.
But we were in Scotty Cook's ag class, and the only person I really knew in there was Jacob from Passing By and Wade, because I grew up with Wade.
I think we had weightlifting together before.
That's
that.
yeah, like it was like passing. Like we never really like had a conversation. Like it's always just like hey, like small talk.
We might have talked about like street bikes or something.
Yeah,
That's
it
what we
was
talked
something like
about.
motor, like dirt bikes and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But I was sitting there talking, and then I got to know Parker, and we just, like chatted up a little bit, and then Parker was trying to teach me Parker taught me how to weld. Then initially, because I had a little bit of basics, This is where everything took off right here.
God, bro.
Thank you, Parker. If he would have known, he would have never taught me. But
I know you would have just been crapping on all my wheels.
But oh shoot, what was I saying? I hate ADHD. It sucks.
Talking about me showing you how to
Oh yeah, well Parker showed me how to weld, and Parker had like the coolest helmet in there. I was like, Parker, can I use your helmet?
360
Every day. Yeah, I know.
I still remember that as well.
Oh, that
Okay,
used to tick me off so
But you
much.
can't blame the guy.
I
You
can't
can't.
blame you, but get your own.
I didn't. For a guy who didn't think he was gonna weld the rest of his life, I'm not going and buying the helmet I have now.
Well, no, duh, but I'm just saying, you know how annoying that is. This guy was so.
I don't
stingy with
care.
his helmet, it did not matter.
I don't care who uses
He
my
was
helmet.
Begging this dude.
Yeah, he's right.
Yeah,
Can
yeah.
I just say like as well? I had the same thing as Will. Like I didn't know I wanted to weld until that class, which is kind of crazy.
Will got really good at it really quick, and then he realized I should probably do this because he's too good at it for not really doing it much. So
Yeah,
that's
well-
why he's doing
Yeah,
it.
what was it like the first day? I was like,
Within 2 weeks, he was as good as me.
well, no, it was literally like crazy because I was like, we were in the booth trying to stick with. I was like, Parker and Wade. I was like, y'all gotta show me.
Kicking this thing,
I
keep not-
was like, Parker, y'all gotta show me what to do because I'm lost. What 2 weeks later, me and Parker at the same level.
Wade's falling behind quick.
No offense to Wade, but like that's not Wade's like thing he's going after.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not his niche. But
Will and me, yeah. Will just kept getting better and better, and then I started keeping up with him.
riches in the niches. That's where you do it.
Okay.
But okay, let's go. Oh, but well,
I
After
thought we
the-
were talking about music. But
yeah, that's what I'm getting at. How me and Parker.
About me and him,
This is
man.
like like how we originally met. And then yeah, so and so first time I ever came to Parker's house, he's like, "You've been here before." I was like, "Mm, no." Like I still don't know Parker's address, and I go there almost every day. For a while there, I did
Yeah.
like every day, but then one night it was like what 1:00 in the morning, and it was just me and Parker. We were sitting there chilling. He's like, "What kind of music do you like?" Or like, "What do you like?" We just started playing random things, and then we stumbled upon Avett Brothers, and Parker was like,
No,
"There."
he played it, and I've never heard anybody other than my family members play it.
Yeah, and Parker looked at me. He's like, "How do you know these people?" I'm like, "It's the Avett Brothers." I mean, I kind of listen to them.
I
And
was mind blown. I've never met nobody.
And then we started getting like in like the
deeper stuff.
well, it's not even like I'm talking about like genre. It's like what do you even call that? Like
Avett Brothers. It's
No.
powerful.
I thought it was bluegrass.
No, I'm
It's
talking about,
not
like-
bluegrass
No.
though.
like Juliet and like things like that, and
Oh.
Pine Grove, and
Yeah, that's like a whole.
it's
like
like
it's
unclassified.
like alternative pop.
Yes, I'm
ish,
like, but it's like all that, and we
What's
started,
good?
and we knew every single thing. Like I'm like, Parker, you know the song? He's like, yeah, and he's like, Will, you know the song? I'm like, yeah. How do you know it? It's just kind of, and I got like from rock to rap to
The
old
worst
country
dad-
to new country to
the worst dad rock.
everything.
The biggest,
Like
dad
everything, like you could ask me like any
Yes.
genre, and I could play you something from that genre.
rock. Creed.
That's how I am as well.
Yeah.
Which I think we
now, Jake.
well I mean, does anybody else in here play guitar or play an instrument? I mean, I think it's just me and Will. And I think
Jeremy can shred a guitar a little bit.
I am experimenting.
can we just talk about like how I want to say freshman year, like how I was compared to now. Like I feel like I was pretty emo. I think Weston even said this. Like I was super emo compared to.
Can we drop a picture?
We might can drop a picture if I can find a good one. Here, go ahead. Yeah.
So
Oh, I got
the first time I really ever talked to Jacob was 8th grade because we had a class together, and the man had hair that kind of slanted down over one eye, and I thought this guy he didn't dress like an emo, he just looked like an emo. And I'm like, is this guy depressed? Is he sad? Is he happy? I don't know. I couldn't figure out Jacob in 8th grade. but now he's been hanging around me and Caleb Patterson and all of us, and his style has changed completely.
My buckley.
Who was our science teacher that we had together? Erkman?
Mr. Wiseman, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
But-
That's the first time I met you, and you had on these white
Get hot, John.
what are they called? They're Nikes.
Oh, Air Maxes,
No,
Air Forces.
Air Forces.
Oh,
Air Force
yeah.
Ones. You had on
Dude.
a pair of white Air Force Ones.
I was going. I was.
This dude.
I was
and
definitely
wanted
going
the
through
same
it.
thing.
I was definitely going through it, and like I say everybody was, but back to music. Yeah, I started off playing electric guitar and playing metal because that's like what my dad showed me was the divorce rock and the metal. So I played electric guitar for 2 years. I was actually thinking about bringing the guitar tonight, but I didn't. But I've gotten to a lot of bluegrass lately, a lot of Ralph Stanley, Ricky Skaggs, a lot of those guys. And I listen to rap as well. So I pretty much listen to anything. But back then, like in 2020, I was probably listening to like classical as well, and even jazz.
Bro, I definitely,
Like crazy stuff.
Like
I gotta show you some-
2016 and
I gotta
stuff.
show
I
you
was
some
listening
of
to
that.
Eggs,
I found
Juice
another
World.
guy. Who is it?
It's called Trampled by Turtles.
Oh yeah, he told me about it, but he also showed me the Abbott Brothers. Yeah, and they're good. I like them, but I thought they were bluegrass, but they're not. That's why I told Jeremy.
They're like folk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I have to. If I get on the podcast again, I'll bring my guitar.
Yeah.
We'll do it.
But I mean, I learned. Y'all know how I learned music, right?
How did you learn it?
No, I was sixth grade. I played trombone throughout middle school.
Oh, I remember that.
I was in the band. I was a band kid.
that.
And
Were you in band during high school?
no.
For you?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What'd you play? What'd you play?
This is why no one knows because I never tell anybody, and I'm so glad everyone doesn't know and forgot.
Everybody's gonna know.
Yeah.
this is gonna be.
No, not trombone.
Yeah, what did you play?
Trumpet.
I played the sousaphone, the biggest instrument.
Will, you were a band kid.
Yeah.
I was a band kid.
No, he's an actual.
No, I'm not.
trombone.
I'm not though. I literally played for 1 year just to get my art credit.
Exactly. That's an actual band kid. Somebody
Yeah.
That actually took high school band.
It's either that or art,
How
and
old
I
are
knew how to
people
play.
in
And
there?
I knew how to play an instrument, so you can't blame me.
How were the people in there?
Hated them, bro. That's why I left. So weird, but now all of them are my minions, wearing Hinder on the back.
Oh, they are.
Oh, but I learned trombone, and that's bass notes. From that, I learned piano, and that got me into treble notes too. So from treble notes, that's how got into guitar as well.
Yeah.
So, but from that, I mean, I feel like we can all get into each other's like music. I'm more on like I guess the country side, and like as long as as long as the song can tell like a story, like I'm into it. Like it's really good music.
See, I think that's where it's kind of crazy how like music it affects you, and you could tell that in people's playing. Like I came from rock and metal and like alternative rock. So like I play a little different than most people.
like different variations.
Yeah.
Hey,
And then some.
best way to learn guitar is have a fretboard that comes out from the strings that much. Learn on an acoustic.
What?
That's the best way to learn on guitar.
I'm-
You never had a guitar like that?
no.
Like the first guitar I ever played was like an old Washburn, dude. And the
I know what
strings-
washboards are.
Yeah. Strings
Are you talking about the frets, or what are you talking about?
strings to the fretboard.
Yeah.
How far apart it is.
Yeah.
Guitar guy stuff. What about you, John? What's your music?
I really like country and rap music.
What kind?
your head on that.
Wait, what'd you say?
What kind?
Like any? I don't know.
Little
Any specific artist?
little baby for country.
Yeah, a little baby for country actually. And then I like Juice WRLD for country. He's pretty good too.
Wait, can I take a hot take?
He's in Fortnite by the way.
Can I
Yeah.
take a hot take?
Yeah, hot take from Jacob.
I do not like Deftones.
Hey, come here. Come here.
I tell her they know it. But there's hold on. There's one.
There is no reason to hate Deftones.
Where's my phone at?
There is no reason to hate Deftones.
The freak is my phone. Oh, right.
Bro, you got Deftones, Supernova.
the talking spatula.
Where's it at?
Change House of Flies. It sucks because everybody overplayed it.
No,
No, it's overplayed though. It sucks
I know
now.
it is, but it's still a good song. But I like
Of course, that's the only song you like because you don't like Deftones, bro. You don't understand the music.
bro. Oh my god.
Oh my god, bro. Oh my god.
It's a way. It's a way of life. It's a way of life. But Entombed by Deftones is probably my favorite.
Entombed is pretty good.
Entombed is probably my favorite by Deftones.
good, but it's also overplayed.
But
Malachi Blankenship would always play that for pregame, like when we was in the locker room. Huh?
Beware.
Yeah, like they're different, that like all kinds of music like that. But that was the only thing that could really get us pumped.
have you ever seen Malachi in his mullet face?
Yeah.
It was scary time.
Dude was probably the strongest guy. Like,
I've ever met.
I mean, he was strong as crap in his buzz cut phase.
Oh, no, but like we're talking about like the long mullet.
Yes.
Like y'all remember that? Like when he'd ride his Honda around. Was it a little Honda?
Gosh, dude, it was. It had no curl. It had no wave. Like mine.
Well, we
Mine's
gotta
wavy.
get Malachi on here. But
We gotta get mine's wavy. It's not curly. It's wavy. But his was like stick straight, like down to his shoulders, and it didn't even curl at the end. It was
Can I
just
insert a picture?
yeah. Insert
I'll insert a picture.
insert a picture of that. But and Jacob, when did you start growing your hair out?
I mean, well, I cut my hair back in February, and I haven't cut it on I haven't cut my sides since.
start growing the wings and stuff like
The mullet? I mean, I guess I kind of got a mullet now.
Yeah.
I don't.
Let me see it. Let me see it. Yeah. No. Give me
Can we talk about
I don't care. Give
Listen,
me here.
Parker.
Jacob.
me and you?
Literally, Tegan told you. Give me.
Me and you.
I had my haircut. Take off your hat. Take it off.
Yeah, my hair's messed up on top, but
Our hair looks very similar, don't it? It's pretty odd. We go to the same hairdresser, and I got a haircut like a week before he did 1 week, and the next week he's got my same exact haircut to a T.
Can I explain?
And then also like another 5 or 6 people who we ain't gonna mention also got the haircut. I get it. It looks good, but you ain't gotta copy me. I mean, no, I ain't
She-
mentioning nobody. but
She
they
said.
know
She said.
well, kinda, but no.
She said that I grew into mine. He just cut his.
Same thing.
No, it's not though. I used to like buzz my sides and fade my sides. So
I had it first.
Now Parker used to have the ice cream scoop hair. Parker would take his hat when he got out of the shower. He'd put it on backwards.
No, I would not.
You wouldn't put it on backwards.
No, I used
Well-
something else. It's called an air Dyson wrap.
Well, he would put his hair. He would put his hat on. This is what he told me. He said he'd put his hat on. He'd blow dry his hair up, like to where it would stay that way. He had the ice cream scoop hair.
And it looked good. And it looked stupid like the rest of it. It was overdone. Insert picture.
You gotta send me one.
Okay, I'm about to right now.
All right, bet.
I'm about to send a picture of my mullet.
All right, we're gonna just insert.
58 minutes. We're going to I could probably go for another.
I could go for another hour. Yeah.
All right.
Not going another hour.
What?
Y'all boys got hunting to do.
Are you
but-
serious?
It's almost. It's 8:49.
Can-
I'll be fine.
Can I?
Do a picture
Wait,
of each
when do y'all need to leave?
Oh, it don't matter.
Okay.
It's coyote hunting.
No, I'm not going.
We can be out all night.
What time
Can't you tell the way I'm dressed?
Let's shoot for.
It's coyotes, bro. They can't see
9:30.
us.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
like
let's,
it's
let's shoot
cold.
for 9:30. How about that? Y'all go with that?
What time is it now?
Another 30 minutes.
Okay,
Actually,
not
another
9:20. 9:20.
Nah, we
9:20?
can go to 9:30.
So
I'll edit a lot of it.
I think everybody could have a story on this topic.
He's lying.
I know.
That's why I came up with it. It's crazy drivers, and this happened to me. I didn't tell anybody the story.
On here.
Yeah. We need you need him to tell the stories about him
Malachi
wrecking.
is the worst driver.
No, we'll get him on. He'll share his stories for sure. I mean, he's got a good hair thing going right now, but I mean, that's kind of it. Like, he's been like through 5 different phases in the past month.
Oh gosh, dude, I feel like this podcast is gonna be so hectic because there's like we've all been talking.
Yeah.
But so this is when I was going to Bryce's birthday party the other week. What was that? Last week. So I was going to town to get me and Dad something to eat before I went to Bryce's because I knew I was going to be late. And I don't know what time I got there. Probably what time did I get there? So I was coming back from town, and you know where what's that road? It's where Paul Payne and Millersville meet. You know the cross section, the light. Yeah. So this guy, and I hope he doesn't see this podcast because he might actually kill me. This guy was crazy. So he 100% or just drunk as crap. So he sends it over the stoplight over there. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
And
Right there at the
so
intersection.
he flies like he's going like
Let's explain it. It's 2 cautions on one side, and then it's 2 red lights.
yeah. So it's I mean it's I don't know what I'm trying to get at. Yeah. So he jumps it. He jumps it going across it. He's in a black F-150 Ford. It looked like Luke's, but all black. It looked like a cop almost.
No longer Luke's. Speaking of.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he
He
got
got
a
a
6-0.
6-0.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Man.
You didn't see my private?
What?
Who you talking to? You. Yeah, I talked to Luke at the game about it.
So he sends it
You're
over
one
the
starstruck about it,
to get
not
on.
me.
He was going like 80 down Paul Payne, and you know that's straight roads down to there. So I mean, I wasn't trying to like catch up to him or anything. So I'm going like probably 60 because this guy's going like 90 or like 100 down Paul Payne, and so he like slows down to like 30, and you know where the tractor trailers are at?
Yeah. JSC.
Yeah. He like stops right there and pulls over, and I'm probably going like 60. So I mean, I catch up to him pretty quick for him slowing down to 20 after he just went 80. So he pulls over on the other side of the road, and like I go past him. I don't know. I was probably going like 20. Like I didn't know if he broke down or what.
Yeah.
He looked like a cop from the side, but then I seen he had like wides on or whatever. But I couldn't see inside his truck. It was blacked out.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Well, he pulls over, and then I'm like, what the heck? He might be broke down. So I just go on. He pulls out and rides my tail.
Oh my.
He rides my tail, and I'm like, I'm not taking him to my house because I thought it was a cop because he pulled off for a second.
You did talk about that in Miss Lingle's class.
Yeah. So
Crazy words.
so he rides my tail. So I go up to the you know where the graveyard's at, right by that church.
Blue 10 church.
Yeah. And Parker probably knows what I'm talking about as well. You've been over that way.
Over at Middle Road where there's a church with the blue.
Paul Payne.
blue-
Yeah.
Is where that graveyard's at. So I take a left, and I thought he was gonna follow me, but he ended up not following me.
Yeah.
He just went on. But that was a crazy driving story. I've never had that happen to me before. Which I'm pretty sure he was like drunk or something. But
So, my craziest driving experience. So, my neighbor, he's an odd type. We have a stand right across the road from his house. It's on a dirt road, and he owns half the woods that it's sitting on. But the part the stands on is not on his part of the woods, and he can't get it out of his mind that he don't own the whole woods. So every time we're over there hunting, he thinks we're on his land. And we pull it up on X and on Alexander GIS every time, and we show him it's not on his property. But I'll have to sneak into that stand, or he'll see me. And if he sees me in that stand, he will go outside and he will shoot every gun possible 30 minutes from legal shooting. Like, yes, just to scare away the deer.
Wow.
And
How petty.
so one night I'm driving home. It's like 10:30. I'm coming home from work, and actually no, it's 12 o'clock. I remember that it was 12 o'clock. It was midnight, and I'm coming around the corner at my house. And the corner of my house is a bunch of trees blocking the other side of the road, so I can't see anything on the other side of that corner. I'm going about 15, 20 mile an hour. And I come around that corner. This guy is standing in the middle of the road smoking a cigarette. And he flings the cigarette at me on my way by. And
He did that to Caleb.
yeah, he did that to Caleb. And he didn't have no flashlight, no nothing. He is just out sitting in the middle of the road smoking a cigarette. And that guy he's interesting to say the least.
Crazy driver.
I just want to make sure. Well, would you want me to tell that
What?
about last night?
I don't know what happened last
What'd
night.
you say, crazy driver for?
Yeah, like what's a crazy driver?
Oh, okay. I didn't know what he wanted from me. I didn't know what story he wanted me to tell.
up your mind.
Should I tell
It's a
the
style
one?
of life.
You weren't. Nobody in here.
already told one about Jeremy almost.
Yeah.
Nobody was in here for this. Like nobody in here was there. But me and Rylan and Mason were all in the Mini Cooper, and we were on our way back from town. We're coming through Vashti, and there's like this 90-degree corner, and we're coming around the corner. We're probably going a little too fast. Definitely a little too fast for sure. So we come around the corner, and there's a car coming, and then so I swerved to dodge the car. And then as I swerve, I gotta correct it because the back end starts coming around. and then,
I've had that happen.
and then I start heading face first at this other car that was behind that car. So I cut it back real hard, and then we ended up being perfectly fine.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of driving stories.
I do
I could just keep going on and on about driving stories.
Oh yeah, we can talk about Gary.
I'm a pretty aggressive driver, in case you can't tell. Here's a journey in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
I had some crazy things happen today because I went to Siler City to sell steers.
Yeah.
And I was telling Johnny about it on 40. They over at Winston. They got it 5 lanes, and the construction unit's using 6. So they got us driving on the side of the road, and it's just like, and I'm pulling a trailer that's wider than my truck, and I'm like, every time I'm turning, it's just like it catches. I got steers in the back. Sometimes they'll alter your axle. Angle.
If too many's on one side, yeah.
Yeah. So it started swaying over, and I only got like a few, maybe a foot in total, like 60 inches on the other side and the other side. So these guys, oh my gosh, there's a bunch of people coming by, and they're just like flipping me off like the whole trip. You can ask Mama about it. Mama was like, "What are they mad about?" And I was just sitting there like, dude, like I'm literally hauling like 2 steers in a trailer, like they're on top of the axle, so like it's just so that was a pretty bad experience today. I mean, me and Poe got one for the trailer, but maybe that's
Dude,
for
that trailer wasn't
another episode when it's me and him.
That's like a whole. Yeah, that's
You're not checking it.
What were you saying over there?
God, it's getting hot down in here, dude. I'm burnt.
All right, now we're back. I think we should talk about our favorite food, like from everywhere. The Andy Griffith.
I almost forgot. I was about to say what, and then I was like,
No, that's a good topic though. Food.
no, it's the dumbest topic. That's what you talk about with a girl that you just started talking to.
Of course, Johnny thinks food's the best topic to talk about.
I will say.
What?
Killer.
Hey,
What?
we gotta get over here.
Yeah, tell me about it.
All day. So when I got back hunting this morning, I made the best liver mush sandwich I think I've ever made. Sandwich.
Bro, you know who has the best liver mush sandwich? Raceway. This thick.
I will attest that Raceway does have some very good liver mush sandwiches. Fast Fields also.
Dairy bar.
Fast Fields all 115 has really good liver mush sandwiches too.
I mean, like Plato's as well is all right.
Plato's is alright.
You know Plato's? You ate Plato's?
Trimart.
Trimart. That's like a Stony Point thing as well.
It's only Miller's one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right next to a tattoo store.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's still there
I don't think
anymore.
it- I don't think
That
it was
tattoo store or whatever. I don't think that's a thing anymore.
The sign's still up.
The dog cottage is still up.
Yeah.
The dog cottage.
Oh. I mean, should we just close it out? Close it out here. I mean, I told you we'd probably go an hour now.
We've ran through it. We'll get another episode or two with probably the same people. I mean, we're hot on it. So
Hey,
we're gonna go kill some coyotes and we'll see what we
No,
get.
I did not say much to this podcast, but we have new guests, and I've told a lot of my stories, so it's time other people start talking.
And
Okay,
I still got
that's
a lot of stories left.
yeah. That's so we're gonna get a lot more other people on. Leave comments if you want to be on it. If you have my number, shoot me a text if you want to be on it as well. If not, I'll have a
What's something they can comment? What's something they get to comment?
I don't know.
Crazy
I mean,
Sun story.
the career. I like the careers, but y'all already did that.
Yeah.
Maybe if more people view it.
Food.
Favorite.
Favorite food. Favorite food.
All right, put your favorite food down in the comments. In the description, my email will be in it. Email me if you don't have my number. If you want to be on the podcast, just let us
I
know.
think we should run this back though. Again,
I'm so down.
Shout out Grove Lawrence. Neon Elephant. All right, we're out.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Thank you. Come again.
Thank you for Paul and Anna letting us stay here in the basement, warm and cozy. And thank you for Jacob for the tripod. And we're out.